What is going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Collectables, and today I got a brand new video for y'all. And this time we are doing a quick overview and size comparison with the Jurassic World Legacy Collection Brachiosaurus. And the reason being is that I've already did an unboxing and review of this thing with my co-host of the Savage podcast, Kevin, the Tattoo Toy Hunter, as well as my good friend and fellow YouTuber. And so we decided that once we both got our hands on this thing, that we was going to do a joint review. So if you want to see a full unboxing review from the both of us, please go to the Savage podcast channel, as I will leave the link in the description below, and check out the Brachiosaurus review that we did. And also don't forget to sub to that podcast if you're a fan of my channel and his channel, and also a fan of our other co-host and good friend and fellow YouTuber, Harry SanmanPRvlogs. And check out his channel as well and give him a sub, as the Savage podcast is a podcast that we do weekly episodes, that we try to do weekly episodes, should I say. And all we do is just basically geek out over wrestling, toy pickups, toy news, anything pop culture, movies, food, stuff like that. All that fun stuff that we enjoy and love to talk about. But anyways, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go over the box real quick, and then we're going to bring out the big girl herself, and we're going to take a quick look at her, and then we're going to compare her up with other things. Alright, so here is the box for the Brachiosaurus, and it took 26 years to finally get a full figure that's in scale with our little 3 3/4 figures. And this is probably the most anticipated figure when Mattel announced all their Dino Rivals toy line, and that they announced that this thing was coming out this year. And I think everybody had this on their number one list of figures to get. And finally, after 26 years after the original film, we finally have an in-scale Brachiosaurus. So this was something that us fans and collectors alike have been wanting for a long time. And the only official Jurassic Park Brachiosaurus that we ever got was the JP3 React Attack Brachiosaurus that was nothing in scale at all. But we'll get into that later on in the video. But anyways, what makes this figure and box so special is because this was the first dinosaur that we saw in the film. And that would forever be in our memories. And this box captures it all, with you got Hammond, Sadler, and Grant, in the grass, looking at the Brachiosaurus with the herd in the background of Parasaurolophus and the other two Brachiosaurus, just coming out the water. I mean, that was such an iconic scene right there that, that just something that we just, fell in love with, and plus this box has the artwork kind of reminiscent of the old Kenner days as well. And this is the only box that I'll probably keep. I didn't keep any of the other stuff, the boxes that all the other dinosaurs came in. But this one, it will be something that I'll have in my collection forever. I know other people went out and bought like two, one to keep in box and one to open, which is fine. I'm good with the box and the one that I have. So, but yeah, I mean, it's something as a teenager. I was 13 years old when this film came out, and I saw this movie, maybe 3 or 4 times in the theater alone. And then when it hit the 50-cent theater, yes, I said 50-cent theater, and I saw it every weekend for as long as it was at that theater. And so you can tell how much I was obsessed with this film. And then I got it on VHS. I still got my original VHS too as well. And so yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy times back then when this came out. Whew. So I think the only thing as close as to an in-scale Brachiosaurus that we got that wasn't a figure was a model that you put together and you could paint. I think it's Horizon. I think Horizon Models. I think they put one out that was pretty much in scale. So yeah, and I think the only other large Brachiosaurus figure that there was that you could probably use to take place if you have one is to Play School's Definitely Dinosaurs Ultrasaurus. So it's pretty much the same size, I think. I don't have one, but that's a grail that I want to pick up eventually. Hopefully I can have to my dinosaur collection. But anyways, enough about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Brachiosaurus itself. Okay, so as you could tell, the size of this thing is massive. And it just towers over everything. I mean, look how it towers. I don't even have it close to the command compound, but look how it towers over the command compound. And that thing is a big play set, you know. And this thing is incredible. I mean, look at the detail and everything. The head sculpt and all that. I mean, just the head sculpt alone is amazing in itself. You can see the nostrils and snout, nose, the eyes, the ears, you know, and I'm doing this one-handed, so you can tell the articulated jaw right there, mouth and everything. So, I mean, the skin texture, the bumps, the muscle structure, I mean, everything about this thing is it's just amazing in itself. Look at that. Now, the only thing that I knock on this thing, one, it's hollow, it's light, and you figure it to be like a weighty figure as big as it is. But I think for the price point that you're paying for, you know, I think it's pretty fair, you know. And most people thought this thing was going to be fairly expensive, like around $80, $100, which I'm pretty sure people would have paid for it anyways, just because we don't have one of these things, you know, toy form. But, you know, with what you get, the size, the hollowness, and the articulated jaw and neck that you have, I mean, I think it's fair, you know. Like I said, I'm doing this one hand, so the only thing that I think some people, or pretty much almost everybody that I know of, the way the neck articulation is even though you can move it down, but you see how that has a big ugly hump right there. But hey, something has to give. But yeah, overall, man, this is an amazing figure. Look at that. The feet. So, alright, let's go ahead and do some quick size comparisons. So the first comparisons, or first set of comparisons, should I say, is with the Kenner figures, you know. And so I brought out the Red Rex, the Series 1 Raptor, Alan Grant, and the Triceratops. And back then, you know, the Red Rex, that was that was the largest dinosaur that we got from Kenner until the Bull T-Rex came out, you know, for the Lost World toy line. But this is still a good sized dinosaur compared to the Brachiosaurus, but, you know, it's not as near as big as the Brachiosaurus. So, and Grant, you know, that is a 5-inch figure, you know, 4-inch, 5-inch figure. So, it's a nice scale, you know. All this is fairly good scale with it, you know. Just depends on how you want to use your imagination. And the next set of comparisons is the Legacy Collection Rex, Raptor, and Alan Grant, along with the Roarvorous Triceratops. So, as you can see that, so even though they're a little smaller compared to the Kenner stuff, but still fairly, goes in scale with the Brachiosaurus. Not bad at all. And there's a size comparison with the Legacy Collection Jeep. And here is the size comparison with the React Attack Brachiosaurus that we got with the JP3 line by Hasbro. So as you can see, look how small that is compared to Mattel's. Insane. This tower's over it. It's hilarious. Love it though. And here's a size comparison with the Lanyards Jumanji toy line with the Massive Hippo and the Rock. Massive Hippo is not so massive now, is it? And it's still a good size figure too. Massive Hippo, Kevin and I also did a joint review of this set, the Massive Hippo. So please check that out too as well. And for our final comparison is George from the Rampage toy line by Lanyard. So George is a big figure, but he's not as big compared to the Brachiosaurus. So, and just want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch this video. Hope y'all enjoyed this video as much as I did filming it. And like I said, if you want to see a full review of this, check out the Savage Podcast YouTube channel. The link will be in the description below. And click on the Brachiosaurus review. And you can enjoy a whole fun of time. Whole fun of time. What was that I was trying to say? Check out the video anyways, And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can receive all my uploads. And comment down below if you have this in your collection, which is a lot of it. And if you are going to get this. Also, if you can't find this in store, you can also check the Target app. It's been reported that people have been getting it off of there too. I don't know how long it will be on there, but act fast when you can. And buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I'll catch y'all later.